Welcome back to another episode of Parenting in Progress. I'm Corey.
I'm Jordynn.
And we're the Welches. Welcome back to another episode. It's Mother's Day, y'all. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out here. I've got a couple mothers in my life at least. One sitting right across from me over here. How is your third Mother's Day, Jordynn?
It's been good.
Was first the worst, second the best, third's the one in the flower dress?
What in the world is that saying?
You never heard of that?
No, I really
haven't. First
haven't.
is worst, second is best, third is the one in the polka dot dress?
Well, I've heard the first and the worst, but not the
Oh my
second is
God.
the
Where
best,
did
but-
you grow up? That is a grade school. Like it's always like if you lost the race, you got second. Like first is the worst, second is the best.
I knew that. I just never heard the third part.
Oh my gosh.
Coming from the one that doesn't know how a Mayday basket works. What?
Who runs away?
Your
I thought well, I guess you just ding dong ditch, I guess. My mom didn't.
Your mom knows how to do it. You don't. You're a boy for sure.
Oh, all right, guys. We need an audience vote of what men out there participate in Mayday baskets. I bet it's a big fat 0.
Well, guess what? You have a daughter. So we got to do daughter things.
You?
I'm teaching you. We got to do little girl things.
Well, I guess I'll have to pick up the slack if Jordynn ever just dies or leaves us or whatever. But until then, it's nope.
Corey is an only child. He has no little girl siblings, big girl siblings. So we got to get him freshened up on this girl dad stuff.
What does a girl dad have to do with a Mayday basket?
I'm just talking about, it's not just Mayday. It's other things as well. That's just little girl stuff.
We're on Mother's Day. I asked you how it was, and we got on Mayday baskets.
Sorry. My Mother's Day has been okay. First was definitely the most sentimental, I guess you could say, because, it's the first year that you're celebrating Mother's Day for yourself. So, I mean, each one is still good. This is the first year where Karlee can actually tell me, Happy Mother's Day, Mommy. And it is the cutest thing ever.
What did we do for Mother's Day?
Yesterday, I made you take me to town. And we got flowers for our backyard and our pots and stuff like that. We got more garden stuff because the place I went to here locally didn't have as much as they normally do. So I had to go get some more garden stuff. We got a couple summer toys for Karlee, just like little pool toy. She got a little watering can, which she's been loving. She's not quite great on actually getting the water in the plant, but we'll work on it. We have all summer to work on it. I got to pick where we might eat for lunch, and I kind of just got a little shopping trip, just a little one. We went to Sam's, had to get some extra stuff there, but that was good. Today we saw your mom. We'll go see my mom here after a bit for supper. So I don't have to cook anything except breakfast today. That's nice.
Yeah, and I wasn't expecting breakfast either.
I was kind of expecting you to make me breakfast, but it's okay.
Guys, you know how the ladies always tell you after the fact of what they expect? It's this whole game that they think we can read their minds. That is exactly what happened there. Not one time did she ever say, would you cook me breakfast? I would really like some breakfast. Not once, not last night, not yesterday, not this morning, until now. Thump, thump. Y'all hear that? Oh, here, let's put it in reverse. Thump, thump. That was her running me over and back over me again.
But the words that just came out of your mouth, she never once asked me, hey, can you make me breakfast? the other side of that is, wow, maybe I should make my wife breakfast. That would be really nice of me to do it without having to be asked.
And heaven forbid it'd be like, no, I didn't want eggs or bacon today.
I would have never said that.
I'm just going to stick with my coffee. I don't want to waste it on empty calories.
You know, I'm a breakfast girl. I have to have breakfast. And I would have never done that. Even if you burned toast, I still would have thanked you.
Once again, how am I supposed to know? That's where I'm getting at.
But that's the other side is like, you should be thinking of some of these things yourself. I shouldn't have to say, hey, I want this right here. Buy it for me. Like, oh, wow, my wife is really wanting that. Like, I'll get it for her.
Oh, yeah. How am I supposed to know that you're wanting that? That's where we're getting to this.
No, okay. So
we ain't got time to solve this problem.
No, this is my last words. You are a man that will do what is asked. If I send you, I want this. If I do this, I want this. You'll do it. I'm wanting you to be like, oh, what could I do to make it special without being asked?
Well, heaven forbid I didn't buy the Brewmate cup that you finally saw because you're like, oh, I hope you didn't buy that because I don't want it anymore. So, yes, it's a vicious cycle. They think that we can read their minds and that we need to read their minds. But anytime we try to make a decision, it's, oh, no. That's not what I wanted at this point in time.
We'll discuss this later because I don't want to bore the audience with this. But it's been a good Mother's Day.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we are ready to plant the garden. That's what we're going to do this week. Get the garden planted. We got you didn't even tell them about the new thing that we got that we've talked, I bet an hour before we started recording this. We've talked about this thing. It's almost a little ridiculous, but what is it, Jordynn? What is another exciting thing that happened in your life that we're going to try to raise this summer?
I got a blueberry plant bush. What do you call it? A bush?
A bush, yeah.
I got a blueberry bush. And I'm really surprised that Corey said yay. I mean, I don't need, don't get me wrong, I'm not the person that needs my husband's approval to buy a blueberry bush. Like, if I want it, I'll go buy it. But he's kind of on board with it. I mean, usually I just do things and he has to either get on board or he just isn't, and I deal with it. But you're on board with this, and I'm excited.
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm on board. So you didn't
hold up. No, but you're going to be eating the blueberries that come from this bush. I know that.
The 20 that's on there, whoa. That's if they don't dry up between now and whenever they turn blue. You never gave any of the background story, though. The background story, really quick, is when we got married, it was really close to after us getting married. Jordan's like, oh my God, I love raspberries. I'm going to get me a raspberry plant. Okay, sweet. I'm going to put it in this pot. We're going to grow raspberries. All right. Pot's been sitting outside the deck for 6 years now. 6 years. Do you think it has produced one single raspberry? I don't think the thing has grown in the last 3 years. I think it's just been weeds in there that I don't trim over. I just leave them because I'm like, heaven forbid. I don't know what is raspberry and what isn't. But now she's like, oh, well, I could take this blueberry and put it in that pot and we'll have blueberries. I'm like, you know what? Go for it. Go for it. Whatever is better than the weeds that are in there, I guess I do not care. And I won't be surprised if we don't grow any fruit off of it. Now, like I told you earlier today, the berries that are on this bush do not count towards your yield, okay? Because they're already there. Next year, if we get berries, then I'm going to give you credit for it.
Okay, but what about if they ripen? If I get them to ripen this year?
Doesn't matter. They already set. They've already set. I'll give you like a quarter of the credit. A quarter. How about that?
That's fine.
I'll give you a quarter of it.
I'll take that.
But that's the whole background on this piece, that she has just been Googling and Googling and Googling. We'll be lucky that this thing makes it through the summer. We'll probably have a hot summer. I'll probably die. But we got acidic soil coming. We've got I don't even know. It's her new project. That's fine by me. Whatever. She's passionate about it for now. Probably in 3 months, she'll be like, I don't care about that thing. It's dead to me. It's dead. It lost all of its berries. The coons come and got it or whatever. And she'll be done with it. But
No, I'm excited to try something new. I've always been someone that would have loved to have one of those like lemon trees that they have in front of a window in their house. And then they have peach trees in their backyard and they have all the fruits. I'm all about that. But the raspberry just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth because I'm like, really? I bought the right kind of plant. It was a dwarf raspberry plant. Nothing came out of it. Now, I did get new growth, but not a single berry formed on that.
And I don't know. So that was the one that we got in the box, and it was brown.
Yeah.
She ordered it online. It got shipped to her house. It was brown. There was not a green leaf on it. Somehow it miraculously came back and got leaves, but I don't know if it just got so in shock that it didn't make it. I don't know if part of me almost wonders if it was kind of growing, but then maybe, we had those really cold winters that ruined our bushes up back. Could have got it.
That's very true.
I mean, I didn't think about that till now, but yeah, it has been a pot that just sits out there that I weed eat around all summer long.
For 6
that
years.
Has weeds growing in it of no benefit. So I'm actually happy that we're going to do something with the pot. So I will gladly weed eat around it as long as it actually has something in it.
Yeah. And so right now we're trying to think about where to put it because it needs full sun, but it needs to have a little bit of shade. So we have some spots where it will get plenty of sun, but then we think it's going to burn and scald and dry up that fruit. So trying to find a spot in our yard it's got to be easily waterable. I can't have it clear in one corner of the yard where I can't even reach a hose to it. So we're trying to look at different times of the day, look outside, walk the yard to find a good spot for it.
I think you'll just have to move it every day.
No.
In and out of the shade. We'll have 2 spots. In the shade, out of the shade.
It'll die for sure if I have to do that.
See, here she's all hyped up, but she's not willing to put in the blood, sweat, and tears to get a little bit of fruit off of this thing.
Every day moving it? No. I mean, I can move it into the shed for the winter. That's cool.
I wonder if it gets hot, because you told me they're supposed to ripen around July, which is not a good month for us because it's going to be very, very hot, very dry. We don't get much rain. They're rough. July, August, even June can get that way depending on how the year goes. But I wonder if we can keep it in mostly shade, if that would be good enough.
Yeah. One thing when I was Googling, it said it could handle some partial shade, but it does need the sun. But yeah, it doesn't need to get burned all day long in the sun. Yeah. So we'll have to see.
It'll be an experiment.
It will be. And I'll have to keep you posted. And also the other battle is trying to keep Karlee from not picking the blueberries off of it. She's been really excited about the blueberry bush and she sees the berries on there and she wants to pick them. It might have been my problem yesterday while we were looking at, there were some ripe berries, not on that one, but on some others. And I did let her try one at the store. So then she wanted to pick them. And I said, no, they have to be blue. You have to wait for them to get blue. And all last night while we were outside, have to be blue. Have to be blue. I'm like, yes. Even though she wants to go pick them some more. So we're trying to I need to watch her for a little bit till she kind of gets used to it. And I don't know. I'm excited for her to get to pick some stuff too. But another new fruit we have this year, honeydew. And props to Corey's mom for finding one, a plant that was already growing and not doing it from seeds. The last couple of years we've tried black diamond watermelon and I can grow them. I can grow watermelons, but I can't get them to ripen. And we can talk more about this once we're in full gardening session, but I'm excited to try something new with a honeydew.
It's going to be really interesting to see Karlee with a garden this year because last year she kind of liked it. She'd step around, she'd pick some stuff. Sometimes she picked stuff when she wasn't supposed to.
Tomatoes.
Tick mama off. But it will be interesting to see how she is because she's more involved in that now. Another thing, Karlee likes her swing again.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know if we've talked about that on here.
I don't think we have.
I don't think so. But she used to probably like for the last 8 months, she has not liked her swing that we have out in the tree. She just has not. Nope, 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 nope. Finally, we started shoving her in it, and she starts giggling, and now she likes getting twisted up with the chains and unspinning, and she's getting some good use out of it again.
Yeah, and it wasn't just our swing. It was like any swing in general. When we went to the park, no swings, nothing. I think what kind of changed it around is at the playground right across from our house, they have the horse swing that 2 kids can ride on, and then they have a smaller like normal swing, but it's littler, and I put her on that and she liked it, and she really liked it. And so she said something about, I want to swing, because I've asked her multiple times when we're outside, do you want to go swing? No swing, no swing. Now this time she did. She's been getting giggles and giggles and giggles from swinging. So I'm excited just in time for the summer that she's enjoying her swing again. And I did get a cherry tomato, back to the gardening. I did get a cherry tomato. So hopefully those are some little things where there's lots of red fruit, and I can tell her, pick the red ones. And she could be active in helping in that as well. So yeah, it'll be fun to see her with the garden this year.
So Jordynn, you left a teaser last week on big news happening in the school. Jordan's getting some changes. I've been itching for you to tell me. Would you just let us have it already?
Yeah. So I'm changing rooms, and not just any room. Like, people would be like, oh my gosh, you're moving rooms. Like, that sounds like it sucks. Yeah, it kind of does. But it has a window. And let me tell you, Corey, you did not understand. Having a room with a window at my school is like oceanfront property. It is like highly seeked. Like, oh my gosh, you have a window? I'm like, heck yeah, I do. Check it out. Spin it around, open it up, crack it, get some fresh air in. I'm excited. And not only is it a new room, like, it's the way our school is set up. I'm currently in like a pod of like 6 classrooms, and they're all second grade. So I'm going to be moving across the hall, and it's just an isolated room. So that's not connected to any other ones like I am currently. It's a different size. It's a different shape. It's a little bit smaller, but I'm okay with that, because as a special education teacher, I don't have a full classroom of kids all day long. That honestly, the room that I have right now, I don't need that much space. Like, there's one half an hour chunk where I need that much space, and that's it. So this room's just a little bit smaller, but still a really good size for what I need it. Right next to the staff bathrooms, one set of staff bathrooms. So I guess I can just ride around if I need to go to the bathroom. Close to a water fountain for if there's kids that need a drink. There's a bathroom that's pretty close to where I am to a bathroom now for like the students. But I'm excited. Like, I'm not excited to have to move everything, and I'll be like cussing myself when I'm putting all the bulletin boards back together this summer and hanging stuff on the walls. But I'm kind of using it as a little bit of a fresh start. Like my room, I've been teaching, I think this is my 7th or 8th year. I can't remember. I'd have to calculate it again. It's always kind of been a hodgepodge. Like, people would put stuff that they don't want anymore into the workroom, and you can take it. So, oh, here's a random red basket. Oh, that'll be helpful. I'll take that. Someone put in a poster of something. Oh, I like that. I'll take it. So it's just been random. And I spend so much time in my room every day. Like, I want it to feel like mine, and I want it to be a place that feels like me and feels happy. And not that mine right now doesn't, but like last summer, I spent a little bit more money buying some things to upgrade, to get things that I want to make it look like I want. And I foresee that happening a little bit this summer. Sorry, Corey. But I'm using it as a fresh start to try to make it organized, make it look good. It's not going to be perfect. It's a classroom and there's kids in it and I'm in it and all those things. But nope, I'm still teaching what I'm teaching. Just got a new room.
Is this your 2nd or 3rd room?
Oh, more than that.
More than that?
Yes. Okay, so this sounds bad. I can't remember if this is my 7th or my 8th year teaching. I'll have to figure that out when you're talking, Corey. But I've been in 5 rooms and this will be my 6th. And honestly, I think this will be the room that I will be at forever. Like, it's not a room that I would get kicked out by another classroom teacher.
We're going to save that for probably this time next year. Moving rooms again.
Just kidding. They're adding another section of whatever, and I'm getting kicked out. No, I'm excited. It's kind of a safe room because it's not a really big enough to be a full classroom, and it's not connected to all the other rooms. It's kind of off by itself a little bit. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'll have to keep you posted on the things that I'm doing with it. I just bought new classroom decor set last year, so we'll be adding to it a little bit. But yeah, that's my news.
Well, that was enough of Jordynn on Mother's Day. We'll switch over to Karlee, who we should be talking about on this. But Mother's Day edition, we had to throw a bunch for Jordynn in there.
Thank you.
Karlee's been kind of hit and miss on some sleep stuff here lately. And she's usually a really, really good girl on sleeping extra, sleeping fast. We've hit a tiny little bump in the road. I'm not even going to say it's a big bump because it's not, but we've had a couple little hiccups. The other day when we went and shopped on Mother's Day, came back, Karlee slept for about an hour in the car on the road trip back, and we went to lay her down into her crib, and she would not go to sleep. She would not go to sleep at all. So finally we gave up that battle, settled for an hour of sleep, and she watched some TV and stuff. But like I told her, I'm like, Karlee, you got to go to bed, because the night before she didn't get to bed very early. She had a short nap the next day, and so she was a little short on sleep. So we went to bed at a pretty decent time last night. It wasn't abundantly late for a weekend night. This morning, woke up super early. Early enough, Jordynn was trying to rock her back to sleep. And she did not end up going back to sleep, unfortunately. So Jordynn brought her in our room. She laid there a little bit. And she's like, I went down. You could tell she wanted to go listen to songs or watch Rachel on TV or something. Okay, so we turned the living room lights on. We stayed in bed. She came running in the living room. Not even 5 seconds. Comes running back. I went up. And she just wanted to be by somebody. She was just kind of tired. Didn't want to explore stuff by herself, play by herself. She really just laid on Mom this morning. So that was Karlee's little treat to Mom on Mother's Day, is she just sat there for probably at least a good half hour, just laying on you, just watching stuff. She was tired. She'd turn around. She'd lay her head on you. She was pretty darn tired this morning.
Yeah, definitely not her usual self. And as far as like our night routine, I don't feel like we've updated you on that, where, we used to do the same things, change our diaper, pajamas, brush our teeth, books, and then we'd rock and sing songs and then lay her in bed. I don't know how long it's been, Corey, that we really haven't been rocking and singing songs.
A couple months.
I would probably agree. That's probably true. We would still rock, but oh my goodness, that girl's a chatterbox. And she would just chat and chat and chat and chat and chat. And she didn't want me to sing songs, and she didn't want this. And so our routine had then been just, I rock and I'll talk to her a little bit. She'll talk to me about random things. I might get a song or two in there, a bedtime prayer. And then I would tell her, I'm like, okay, Karlee, you have about 3 more minutes, and then we're going to lay you down in bed. And that's been going very well for the last few months. The last
couple months.
Oh, I thought I said a few months.
You did, couple.
Okay, a couple months. Sorry. Okay. For the last couple months, it's been going really well. So now she's been playing this, I don't know if you want to call it a game.
It is. She's testing her limits.
Yeah. So we get ready for bed and everything. She's in her sleep sack. She comes to sit on my lap to rock, and then she slides down off the chair. And then you started the game with her where I'm going to come get you. And then she runs back to me. So then she wants down again, and she doesn't want to rock. And then she says she's ready to go to bed, and then we go lay her down for bed. And as soon as we leave, she starts crying because she's not tired enough and not ready to go to bed. And then we have to rock again. And that's been going on for the last week, 2 weeks.
I think we're going on 2 now.
Okay. And so it's trying to find that balance of being the consistent and firm piece that she needs, but also trying to get her to sleep. You know, she would say, Mama, I want to rock. So I'd come back in and I'd rock her, and it's like, well, should I be doing this? Should I not be doing this? Like, I know that you didn't want to rock earlier, so we're going to have to put our foot down a little bit more, I think, to kind of nip that. Last night went well, though.
She did. We kept her longer. She's like, nope, I want to go to bed. We're like, nope, you are going to rock. You are not ready for bed. We rocked a little bit longer, and she actually accepted that one. She finally, was like, hey, I want to go to bed. But yeah, Karlee's age, they're master manipulators, and they're going to try something. If they don't want to go to bed, I'm going to try something different. And she's tried this. There for the short bit, she was getting Jordynn pretty good. And I'm like, I wouldn't start that. I would just let her cry it out. I know it's bad to hear her cry because she never really cries. I get it, but she's just testing her limits. And you figured it out pretty quick. You're like, no, she's testing it a little bit. So yeah, it's going to be, we are going to have to get combative with that somehow.
Yeah, and she's smart. Like, we talked to her last night and said, Karlee, you've already rocked. It's 9, like, you have how many minutes, we told her. And then I said, no crying. I said, you're a big girl. It's time to go to bed. And I said, you've already rocked. So now it's time to go night-night. And she handled that well. Like, she's smart enough to understand that. So we'll see how tonight goes. And again, I know it's a phase. I know she's trying things, but we don't want this to be an every single day thing for however long. So we need to start putting some more pieces in place.
Well, and yeah, we just need to, once you put her in it, she's in it. I mean, she's in bed. Sorry, girl. I mean, learn next time that you really want to be tired unless you want to lay there a lot.
And I think you said it perfectly. Like, she does not cry for me or you much at all. So when she is, it's hard to hear that.
Yeah, Jordan's not used to it. She's the mom, right? She's like, oh my gosh, it's so sad hearing her cry. It's like, yeah, I get it. But at the same time, like, if they know that that's your weakness, they're going to go for it. And they're going to like, oh, I know how to get mom to do what I want her to do. Wah. So yeah, that's just something you got to watch out for. I don't like listening to her cry either, especially, she's not a cry baby. I mean, if she was a mad baby growing up, and we'd be used to it. We'd be like, okay, she's going to cry for 10, 20 minutes. Not a big deal. But she really hasn't ever done that. So for us, it's like, oh my gosh, like something must be kind of wrong. And she does have some really good cries. I mean, they're heartbreaking little cries. But it was something that we're just going to we'll combat.
Well, and I think the nice part of our Nanit that we have is I can put the microphone on her and I can talk to her without being in there. And I guess there's other monitors that can do that too. But I could look at her and say, Karlee, you need to lay down. It's time to go night-night. I love you. And so I feel like I can put that piece out in there without having to go in there when she's crying. I can say it. Try to calm her down without having to go in there. Because once I'm in there, she wants out.
And the other thing is, I mean, dads, you're the one that's going to you're going to have to put the foot down, right? Because the moms are, at least this is how it is with ours. I think this is how it is with probably a lot of them too. But the way it is, like, Jordyn's she's the big hearted one. So she's going to be like, oh, I want to go take care of my baby. But at the same time, I'm like, no, like, I can tell when she's playing with you. And so that's where I have to step in sometimes, where Karlee will be doing something or another. She'll be yelling at something. And I'll be like, Karlee, go night-night, in a firm voice. And she, okay. Or like, I'll look on the Nana and she's sitting up as Jordyn's taking a shower. It's like, Karlee, you lay down and you go night-night. She'll just lay down immediately. Okay. But that's just something where, those roles, the dads, we're just going to have to put our foot down just a little bit. That's just, you want them, me, I want her to learn there's consequences. And yes, I want her to be a little fearful of me when I mean business, right? I want her to come to me if she's got a problem. Don't get me wrong, but Same time, hey, when I tell you no, or I tell you to go to bed, not an option. But there's just also that balance there too, of the mom and the dad having to communicate and be like, there's times where you're like, I'm just going to go get her. I'm like, okay, fine. That's fine. You take it over. And then there's times where I'll have to step in and be like, no, we're not going to go back in there for a fourth time. She's going to cry it out, figure it out, something.
Yeah. And there's been a period, I can't even remember what she's been wanting or what the issue was, where I would send you in to go be with her. Or if she woke up or something, you could go and get her back to sleep. That's what it was. If she wake up in the middle of the night, you could get her to go back to sleep and stay in bed. If it was me, she'd be standing up. She'd be putting her arms up, begging for me to take her, but she doesn't do it for you. So, I mean, sorry for you, but I would send you in there because she knows dad's not going to get me out of bed. If I'm in there, I'm getting out. So, and just utilize it. I mean, and that's just part of moms and dads. They seek some things from their dads and they seek different things from their moms, and that's okay. But you just got to work together to make it best for everyone.
Yep. Somehow, some way, you have to gingerly tell them, you're not in charge. We're in charge. Whatever we say is going to go. And that's just kind of what it comes down to a little bit. It's not that you got to be this most super strict parent, but you don't need to be the pushover parent.
No.
And you need to find somewhere in between there of where you can still let them have fun, still let them have some freedom. And at the same time, when we say no, there's the line, don't cross it. Because when you cross it, it's done.
Yeah. And right now we're in this stage of having to be the follow through parent. Yes, I do have to get up to go and take whatever way that I told her not to, because she needs to know that that's what I mean. And don't get me wrong, it is more work, because it'd be a whole lot easier just let her play with whatever she's not supposed to have. But I said, no, you're not listening to me. I need to go and get it. And that's teaching her that. And that's why another thing is Corey likes to pester. He always likes to be the pester and to get her fired up a little bit. And, her natural instinct right now is to hit or to scratch or whatever. And I'm trying to teach her these other words of, say, please stop, daddy, or whatever. And then she'll say it. So then I'm trying to, I've told you, I'm like, you kind of have to honor that, because you want her to know that when she says stop, that means stop. And then it flips for you. Like, okay, Karlee, when I say stop, that means stop. And the same goes to you.
When part of my pestering, I just try to act like a little kid, because I want to see how she acts. I want to see, that gives me, I'm not there every day at daycare, so I want to know what she does. And there was times where this will be the last story before we call it good, because we're running a little long here, or longer than we anticipated. But the other day, Jordynn was working out on the Peloton, and Karlee was laying on her big teddy, and she was laying on the one foot. And I'm like, I'll go lay on the other foot. She's like, no. I'm like, teddy's big enough. You can share. I'm not just laying on you. I'm not touching you. I'm over on my side of teddy. You're on his or yours. And she was like, no. Well, then she threw a fit, and I can't remember. There was something else she was throwing a fit about. She must have found this little piece of weed is what it was. It was a little pokey of weed. And she found it in the carpet or somewhere. I can't remember where she found it, but she found it in the basement. She picks it up and she pokes her finger with it. And I could just watch her the whole time. I watched her facial expression. She's like, I'm going to go poke daddy. And she walks over to my knee and she pokes me. And I'm like, no, that is unacceptable there. That is premeditated harassment. You're not doing that. It's not like she just found it or whatever. She literally thought the process through. For a 2.25-year-old, she thought process that kind of hurts. I'm gonna go hurt him with it. And she walks over there and does it. I'm like, I'll give you props, because that's pretty smart that you pieced all that together for your age. I applaud you, but it's like, No, we don't do that. Like, you don't do that to your friends. We don't do that to kids at daycare. We don't. No. No, we are not doing something like that. And I told her she didn't tell me sorry, and she didn't. And finally, Mom got done, and she made her tell me sorry. But that's why Jordynn says pester. But I just like to see how she plays, because the one thing, like, she'll quit playing with a toy, and I'll pick it up and I'll be messing around with it. No, mine. It's like, no, you don't just get to take it because I'm your dad. Do you do this to your friends? I bet not. But no, you need to ask for it back. You don't need to take it back. Mm-hmm. It's just good manners. Like, you didn't have it, you lost it. It's not like you were playing with it, set it down right beside you, and you're doing something else and you're going to come back. Like, she's clear across the room. And so that's why I do that, is just try to help her regulate what is going on in the process. And, oh my gosh, like, that, no, that's mine. It's like, no, you weren't playing with it. So you can ask for it back and I'll give it to you. But not all the time. Sometimes I'll make you wait for it too, because other kids are going to do the same thing. Like, no, I'm playing with it. Like, no, you go do something different.
No, and I think the pestering is fine. I just think it's important to honor her when she's using nice words and asking you to stop, because you want that respect from her when mm-hmm. you say stop for something. You want her to listen to that. And I think it's the teacher side of me. Like, downstairs last night, I was modeling to her. We were playing with her little horse, and she was riding it, and she wanted me to get on it. So then I took a turn, and then she wanted me to get off, and she started to push me. I said, no, you need to ask, can I have a turn, please? And she asked, and then I smiled at her and I said, yes. And I got off, and then she rode. And then I purposely in the middle of her ride, I said, Karlee, can I have a turn? And she goes, yeah. And then she gets off, and I said, thank you. And I think a lot of that is just modeling that play with her of how we ask. And, she's learning all these things. We ask before we take. A lot of that is an impulse piece too. But it's important. She definitely wants what you have right now, even if she doesn't really want it. Because once she gets it, she doesn't do anything with it. But I think just modeling that behavior to her of asking, can I have that? Can I have that when you're done? Can I have a turn? Are all important pieces as well. That was not on our agenda, but I'm glad we discussed that today.
Well, that's all we've got for you guys today. A little bit longer episode than normal, which is fine. We had some good content. Once again, definitely happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Just remember, there wouldn't be a kiddo if you weren't a mom. So it's been great weather. We missed Corey's weather report today, but that's all right. It's been pretty good weather so far. Hopefully everybody gets to enjoy it up, and you guys have had a great weekend. And hopefully everybody has a good week. Thanks for listening. Thank you for listening to Parenting in Progress. If you like what you heard and you're listening to us on YouTube, please go ahead, like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. If you're listening to us on other platforms, go ahead, give us a follow and a rating. We truly appreciate it. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.